What's up, family? A lot has happened over the weekend, and I want to go ahead and start right now by telling you that I hope you guys remembered about daylight savings time. This is something that has been going on for years now, in which recently we are seeing more of politicians trying to make it a reality to change it permanently. But yes, guys, if you are not familiar, you ended up losing an hour overnight, and hopefully if you did not change your clocks back, this is the perfect time now that you're watching this video to go ahead and do so. But yes, like I said, politicians are trying to change this and make it completely permanent, to do away with it altogether, because some individuals saying that it has zero benefit on the American people. So therefore, it is just a waste of time to actually commit to doing this every single year. But what do you guys think about this? Do you think that this is actually true, or do you like the idea of changing things back a little bit so it just, changes up things just a little bit? But anyways, if you get a chance, let me know how you feel about this down below in the comment section. But moving on, guys, one thing that we also have been talking about all over the weekend is in regards to President Biden's State of the Union address that happened on Thursday night. And yes, guys, there was a lot of information, a lot of impactful things that came out of Biden's mouth during that particular speech. And I do want to go ahead and share with you 5 particular key things that Biden actually talked about in his particular speech. Now, I won't necessarily go into detail, but I just wanted to give a quick overview for you. This particular article talks about the 5 takeaways from Biden's big night, in which the first thing is that, yes, he came to fight. He came fired up. He came super excited. He came willingly to battle against the Republicans sitting in the Capitol Hill. And this is very interesting because we haven't really seen the excitement coming from President Biden in such a long time, especially as his health appears to be diminishing just a little bit. But anyways, that is the first thing. The second thing on the list is that he was spreading the blame on the immigration issue in this country, saying that the GOP is the main issue and the culprit of this issue. And I will say that he is the president, not the GOP. He is the one that reversed Trump's blockage of anybody coming into the country without permission, specifically referring to the illegal immigrants or migrants. So yes, I don't necessarily know why Biden is blaming the GOP, but that is exactly what he said in the speech. But thirdly, he was also calling on voters to back the abortion rights in this country. And yes, this is in regards to the United States or the Supreme Court banning abortion rights in this country, which has been a huge issue for a lot of Americans. And he is calling on voters to step up and do what's right and go ahead and fight for this abortion rights in this country. So that was the third topic. And then the fourth one was you need to gamble on the economy, saying that the economy has a historic record of going up, being better than any other country out there. And he wants some of the credit for this economy that we are seeing right now. The stock market at previous all-time highs. We haven't seen this since the pandemic, prior to the pandemic. And yes, President Biden said he wants some of the credit for the stock market doing what it's doing right now. So anyways, he said you'll never get old by gambling on the economy. And then the fifth thing that we want to talk about is the response from the GOP in regards to President Biden's speech. That particular response, oh my goodness, it was putting me to sleep. A lot of people saying that it was similar to an SNL skit. I won't necessarily go into detail, but you can easily get on YouTube and Google that information. So anyways, those are the free 5 takeaways from Biden's State of the Union address. But one specific thing that I do want to go ahead and touch on that he talked about in his speech was in regards to protecting Social Security. Yes, President Biden was calling for the protection of Social Security, Medicare. This is in regards to what we are seeing over the past few years, in that multiple parties on both sides are calling for an end of Social Security as well as Medicare. And now some advocates are hoping, since he talked about this in his State of the Union address, they are hoping for action finally. We know that when President Biden was a candidate running for the president, he talked about it multiple times on the campaign trail, how he plans on becoming the next president and then changing and improving Social Security. In addition to that, improving Medicare. And however, it has been 3 years and still nothing has really been done. Yes, I know a lot of this stems upon Congress making the necessary changes and the upgrades to this particular programs, entitlement programs, but still President Biden, he should be pretty strong in this particular area, considering he is a part of the Social Security community. Yes, he is a senior, as well as majority of those individuals that receive Social Security on a monthly basis. But anyways, like I said, he has previously called for this, and now he is talking about it again in the last State of the Union address. And he is saying that we need to do something about it. We need to protect Social Security. And like I said, the advocates are hoping that he actually takes action this time, because from what we have gotten from President Biden over the last 3 years, has pretty much been nothing yet, guys. But anyways, President Joe Biden is calling for protecting of Social Security and Medicare. And as the program continues to face imminent insolvency issues, experts are saying that this year could be the year that President Biden steps up and does something about it. Yes, guys, a lot of you know that previously he was calling for a $2,400 per year increase in our Social Security benefits, which equates to about a monthly $200 increase. And a lot of people were really excited about this, and we had very high hopes that this was actually going to happen. But still, nothing as of yet. Even Senator Bernie Sanders was calling for a monthly $200 increase as well, and still nothing at all. So it begs the question, why is President Biden bringing this up again in the State of the Union address, as he is the candidate again, running for the president again? Could that be the main reason why? Because let's face it, guys, he did receive a lot of votes during his first administration to make it to the presidency, because he pushed the issue of improving Social Security and Medicare, and still nothing has happened. So could that be the main reason why he is pushing forward once again? Yes, we are seeing multiple articles come out over the last 72 hours in regards to this. And as you can see right here, it says that $2,400 monthly checks with an extra $200 increase is coming this year in 2024. Yes, I do want to go ahead and share that information with you, but it does say that the latest updates on the proposed monthly Social Security Administration $200 increase this year, and the cost of living adjustment, or better known as the COLA increase, along with eligibility criteria, payment dates, and fact checks, whether you are a retiree, a disabled person, or low-income family receiving SSI, SSDI. Yes, this information will be very useful to you to know in regards to whether or not you can actually qualify for a $200 monthly increase. Yes, the Social Security Expansion Act is a proposed law that would provide $2,400 monthly checks with $200 increase for eligible Social Security recipients, amounting to an extra $2,400 each year. Yes, this includes retirees, SSDI beneficiaries, survivors, and SSI recipients. Now, the goal is to better support Americans that are struggling with the rising cost of living. Yes, these are not the only individuals that are struggling with the rising cost of living. Yes, this is pretty much affecting every single American out there, except for the 1%ers, if you know what I mean. But anyways, like I said, this is on the table again. So that is the good news, that this is actually on the table, and Congress is actually looking at this once again. This piece of legislation has gained renewed interest amidst the projections of Social Security running out of money by the year of 2033. So anyways, like I said, this is some good news. However, nothing has been passed. Nothing has even been brought up for a vote yet. So that just goes to show you how far we are from getting this signed into legislation. So, but anyways, could President Biden within the next 9 months or so could he focus and bring this topic up even more to get the people riled up, to get the people excited, especially our seniors and our Social Security recipients? That could necessarily cause a rally for everyone to potentially vote for President Biden once again. But I just want to be frank with you guys. He did this the first time around and still nothing has been happened. He didn't even campaign about it after he became president. He didn't even lobby about it after he became president. I don't necessarily recall anything that he has done for our seniors and our Social Security recipients since he has become president. So I don't know how much faith I have in him to do something about it if he is elected for a second term. Wouldn't you guys agree? Do you feel that he is going to magically flip and change his mind and do something about it the second time around when he didn't do anything or even speak about it during the first time? Let me know what you guys think about this, but I'm just bringing to you the facts in regards to this particular matter. Now, me personally, I do want to see an improvement in the Social Security Medicare programs, but so far we have still received nothing. Now, if we just look a little bit further ahead, I don't even think that the former President Donald Trump is planning on doing anything about Social Security as well. Now, previously he did call and say, look, Republicans, do not kill Social Security. Do not do anything to it. Leave it as it is. So he did do that. However, he does not say anything about improving it or providing more additional funds for the program. So again, I don't see anything from either candidates that is going to get more money into the hands of our Social Security recipients. So, but anyways, you guys need to use that information when you go to the polls later on this year because it is going to be very important. But so far, I don't see anything that is necessarily going to happen for either side. Anyways, let me know what you think about that down below. And then last but not least, guys, I do want to go ahead and talk to you about some of the latest changes in regards to the IRS and tax refunds, specifically referring to child tax credits. We already know how helpful those really were during the pandemic season for low-income families and some middle-class families as well. Now, again, we did see some people blowing that money on stupid stuff like buying 80-inch TV screens to just go into an apartment complex, which totally makes no sense. But outside of all of that, we do know that the child tax credit was a huge benefit in regards to raising people above the poverty level. So anyways, it is a good thing. And now they're trying to bring it back once again. And here recently, a couple of hours ago or days ago, IRS has come out and said that, look, we are just sitting back and waiting for this piece of legislation to actually pass, and we are going to move swiftly to increase these particular refunds to individuals that have children. We want to make this very fast, and we want to provide this extra few $100s as quickly as possible, at least hopefully during the taxpayer season. So that is some very important news, but let me just go ahead and share something with you. It does say that the focus on the IRS commissioner is that expanded child tax credit proposed in the Tax Relief for American Families and Workers Act, which was passed by the U.S. House in January, but it is currently being delayed by the Senate. Like I said, it has not passed, except for the House has passed it, but the Senate still needs to do their job. Yes, despite this particular holdup by the Senate, the IRS is preparing to act swiftly once the bill receives approval, aiming to minimize the time between the enactment of the legislation and the payouts of the refunds to the American people. The IRS commissioner said that, look, we expect this to actually be completed within 6 to 12 weeks. Yes, he is giving themselves the window for implementing these particular changes that is going to help the American people, and saying that, look, we are trying to get ready right now because we feel very positive that this is going to pass. And as soon as it does, we are hoping to get it done within 6 weeks, but our full timeline is up to 12 weeks. This is information coming directly from the IRS commissioner. So anyways, guys, like I said, this is on the table right now. It is looking very promising. They want to bring it back at least for 2024, 2025, and then they want to focus on making this completely permanent. But anyways, let me just go ahead and read this to you real quick. It does say that specifically the legislation proposes raising the maximum refundable credit to $1,800 for 2023, $1,900 for 2024 and $2,000 for 2025, up from the current previous amount, which was $1,600 per child. So again, like I said, that is a little bit of the details in regards to this, but I don't want to necessarily go into more details because, like I said, the Senate still needs to approve of this before it gets sent to President Biden's desk for his signature. But anyways, on the good side of that, the House has already passed it. We are only waiting for the Senate. Come on, Senate. Come on, Congress. Get your work done before it is too late. Hopefully you get it done before the election, because that is going to be a huge benefit for the American people. We need it right now because the inflation, the prices are going up right now. We can't wait for the election to come up in November. We need it right now, regardless to which president it actually gets signed into law with. That doesn't matter for the American people. The American people are struggling right now. They need the money right now. They need this legislation to pass right now. They need these child tax credits right now. So hopefully, guys, Congress can get this done before it is too late. Get it done right now, guys. This is a great month to get it signed. But outside of all of that, guys, let me know what you think about all of this. Comment down below. I would love to get your thoughts on this. If you haven't had a chance, be sure to hit the like button as well as subscribe to the channel. Outside of all that, I will see you guys on the next video.